Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this video is a vlog for the 72 hours in the reading Nook. So I'm filming this way after the readathon is over, but this is a readathon which was hosted by Cassidy, Mel, Lexi and Monica, and it took place from Friday to Sunday, and there was two wheels, so there was an in your comfort zone wheel and an out of your comfort zone wheel with a load of prompts on it, and obviously the goal was to read as much as you could. So I didn't really do 72 hours. Honestly, if we're being accurate, it was more like 37 hours for me. But I wasn't even planning on like filming it. I was gonna just like low-key do it. And then I was just like, you know what? Even if it's only like a 5-minute vlog, might as well, you know? What's the harm? So enjoy, I guess. So, spin number 1. I'm currently on it in your comfort zone. Honestly, I'm gonna just read whatever I feel like, probably. Like, I'll match the prompt, but I don't really care. Less than 300. Okay. Okay, so I think just to like start us off, oh, I can't remember the name of it. There is a very short novel, like it's like 40 pages, that was by Alexi Harrow. Something, I know the cover, it's on Kindle Unlimited, and just like to get the ball rolling, like this is both in and out of my comfort zone. In my comfort zone, I've read from Alexi Harrow. I've decently liked all her stuff. I gave her novellas 3 stars, which is why it's kind of more out of my comfort zone. But I've given her one of her full-length novels, I haven't read her other 2, 4 stars. And then also like it is a bit out of my comfort zone because I'm not the biggest fan of novellas, but also in my comfort zone because it's fantasy. So like it's a bit of both, but we're gonna go with it just to get us started. So for my first prompt, which was in my comfort zone, less than 300 pages, I read, oh crap, The 6 Deaths of the Saint by Alexi Harrow, and I'm giving it a 4 stars. It's only a 30-page short story, but I'm like genuinely surprised by how much I liked it. Like, it's really good. It's available on Kindle Unlimited, and you can get the audiobook with it, even if you don't have Audible. As I said, it's a 30-page short story. Really not much I can tell you. It is written in second person, kind of, and it is just about a girl who is visited by the Saint of War and is basically thrust into this life of being a knight, basically. And it's the way it was written, it was real good. And like, on the one hand, I would love a full book about it. I would love a full story, but also like I understand that like its purpose was served. And just, yeah, I'm surprised, like I am, because as I said, I've read her novellas and I didn't really like them, and I read one full-length novel and I did like it. And so then to go from actually to an even smaller story from her and like that the most out of anything I've read from her is kind of surprising to me. But I'm really surprised by how much I enjoyed it. Obviously I can't really say much. The writing, and like she just like so quickly created an atmosphere. You so quickly understood the characters. Like, I thought it was really impressive. So yeah, and then my second spin was most used format, and this was kind of hard because I don't really know what it is. I think like it definitely it varies. I would say probably the most I do is like a mix. Like, I'll read and listen at the same time. So far this year anyway, my most is audiobook. So I'm kind of cheating. Like, is it cheating? Like, yes, but also I'm not. It's not gonna be cheating. And so I'm actually continuing a book that I've already started on audiobook, and I do also have it physically, so I might read a little bit physically. But Blood of the Chosen by Django Wexler, it's not really cheating. I mean, it is, but because at the start I didn't get to read anything on Friday because I was working all day, so that's 24 hours out of the 72 that's completely gone. But on Tuesday I read half of this book, so like this was all in one day. So I'm just counting Tuesday as part of the 72 hours. And so that way I'm back up to 72 hours. So it's fair. So yeah, so I'm gonna continue this. I'm liking it so far. again, another one I'm not actually going to be able to talk about too much because of the fact it's the second book in a series. So the first book is Ashes the Sun, and it follows siblings. So there's Maya and Geyer, and when they were children, the Twilight Order came and took Maya because she has these abilities, and so she has grown up with them. She believes in their cause, and obviously Geyer is fully against them, is part of like rebellions against them, and you know, hates them. The two of them are, you know, set on a course that will intersect, and I like this probably about the same amount as the first book. It definitely is I feel a little middle booky, where, and I kind of knew though that I wasn't going to absolutely adore this book just based on how the first book ended, because of where the characters are at the end of the book. I was a bit afraid that this book would feel a bit too repetitive / similar to the first book, and I am definitely finding that. Like, obviously we are getting like development of their characters and the magic, and we're getting like a bit of a mystery kind of in here that at least in Maya's plotline we're getting a bit of that, and then we're still developing like the political and like rebellion side in his plotline, so we're definitely getting movement. So like, but it does definitely feel a little middle booky that like we're moving all of these things into position so that in the third book the actual, you know, stuff will go down. So yes, so I'm hoping that I might be able to actually get this done. I think I have about 2 hours left of the audiobook. I have finished, and I'm giving it a 4 stars. I don't know, I think I might like this less than the first, but like barely. Like, it's like a solid 4 star. It's not like a, oh my god, 4 star, like so close to the 5. It's just like a solid 4 star. I really liked it, but like it's not a favorite or anything. My main problem with it is Maya's point of view, and like the thing is, like objectively, she's like, it's really well written because she has been raised inside this order, basically, you know, brainwashed by them, and it is completely understandable, and like I understand why she is that way, but that doesn't make her not and kind of like annoying and frustrating character to read from. And like, that doesn't mean like Geyer also definitely has his own, like, you know, biases of things, and it definitely has like blind spots on things. Like, objectively, like, I can acknowledge that it is incredibly well written, her point of view and how she's been raised this way, but that doesn't mean that it's enjoyable for me to read her perspective. And so like, it's hard because like, on the one hand, I don't really like reading her perspective, which makes me not love the book as much, but it's supposed to be written that way, and it is doing what it is supposed to be doing very well. And so I'm like, I can't really like knock it for doing that, but I base on enjoyment. And so it's just like, I don't know. I'm such a character-driven reader. Like, yes, I will always, as I've said it plenty of times before, like, my favorite books will always be books where I love the characters. But I can acknowledge very good world building, very good writing, very good plot, which this has. Is very good. Hence why I'm giving it 4 stars. But there is that disconnect between me and the characters that prevents me from really loving it, and a big part of that is, number 1, because I find Maya frustrating, despite the fact that she's meant to be that way, and number 2, because of the fact they're separated, and I don't want that. So yeah, anyway, let's spin again. I'm probably not going to read anything else because my head's a bit sore, to be honest. Hold on. So I ended up going to sleep at like 10 o'clock last night because I felt a bit sick. So that was great. But anyway, so this morning for my wildcard, I'm reading The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, which, like, I am technically on the In Your Comfort Zone reel, and I'm like, I still don't know whether romance is or isn't. Because like, I'm at the point where I've read enough that I'm like, I don't think it's out of my comfort zone, but also I don't feel like I know enough about my tastes and what tropes and like enough about authors to like be able to accurately guess which books are in my comfort zone. I think this is in my comfort zone. And we follow a woman called Hannah, and she is basically a bodyguard. And she is tasked with protecting like this really famous actor who has kind of like been out of the spotlight for a while, but he's coming home to Houston because his mother is sick. And when I tell you this book is ridiculous, I mean it, and I'm having a great time. Like, it's gonna be either a 3 or a 4. We'll see what happens in the second half. So I'm about 50% it. I'm a little over 50%. And like, so far, like, it is like fake dating, and so far we haven't actually, like, you definitely see like the chemistry and the banter and all of that between them, but we haven't actually gotten any like real feeling stuff. Like, it's slowly coming there, but I feel like also it's a lot more one-sided, him than her, because she's just slower to open up because of her job and all of that. But I'm excited to get to more of that. Hello, so I've finished The Bodyguard. I'm probably gonna give it a 3-star. I'm being harsh about my ratings last year. I feel like last year I probably would have been like a low 4. But like, as I said, I'm trying to be like 4 stars for like books that I really like. Whereas like, I liked this, but like, you know, it didn't really give me the fuzzy feelings. Like, there was definitely moments, but it wasn't anything particularly special. But yeah, overall I liked it. I liked the characters, I liked the tropes, I liked kind of like the plot. It was silly, it was goofy. I think maybe I would have like, and like also, but I also liked the deeper themes in there as well, and like, you know, there were some like darker moments and all of that. And I think maybe just like, maybe it's a little more humor I would have liked. Yeah, I think maybe that would have brought it up like another star if it was like, it's just a little more humorous. I don't really know why this didn't 100% work for me, but I still liked it and I would overall recommend it. Like, it's 3 stars. It's good. It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic, you know? So that's kind of the way I'm thinking. Like, 3 stars is good. I need to continue to convince myself of that, because sometimes I'm like, oh, it feels very low, but like, no, 3 stars is good. 4 stars is great. 5 stars is amazing. so yeah, so it's good. It just didn't 100% work for me. But let's spin again. This will probably be, we'll see what I get. I'll either read my last spin or my second last spin. Yeah. Less than 300 pages. Got the wheel. Spin. New release. Actually, wait. Let me reach for this. I think this might have been 2023. Because they're saying 2023 or 2024. 2023. Okay. Looks like I shall be reading this. Okay, so it's been a little bit since I updated. So for my lesson 300, I read Dead Gin in Cairo by Pete Jelly Clark. And I gave that 3 stars. So it's like, again, just like a 50-page short story about a woman who is an investigator, and there's like, a dead gin in Cairo, and so she's investigating what that is. And you know what, again, really impressed. Like, I struggle with the novellas, never mind like short stories, and I read 2 over this weekend and both have like impressed me. I didn't like this one quite as much, but I am really intrigued to read the actual full-length novel, because, as I said, in like 50 pages you did get a really good understanding of the character. I liked the writing. Like, there was a full mystery in here. Yeah, it wasn't like, you know, here's all of the suspects and all this, but like, there was one, and you just like got introduced to like some of the stuff that's gonna come back, I suppose, in the full-length novel. So it's a really good introduction, and it does definitely make you intrigued to want to read the story, and I will get to that eventually, hopefully soon. You saw the spin. I'm now reading Emperor of Rune, and I'm just over 50% in. I think I should be able to get it done, but it'll be a close one. But this is the 3rd book. I've already read the 2nd book in this vlog, and there's something in this that I also don't like. I just like, every single time, like, I like this series, I really like it, and it's gonna be a 4-star series overall. It's gonna be like, and I do think this is my favorite, but like, in every single book there is something that stops me from like completely loving it. And in this one, there is like a new point of view that has just gotten introduced, which again, like, logically I understand why it's there. Like, it is adding stuff, but like, I don't care. and so it's impacting my enjoyment slightly. Obviously not that much, it's still going to be a 4 stars, I'm pretty sure, but it's just like every single time there's just that one thing that holds me back from really loving it. But overall, it's going to be a 4-star series. I am liking it. So I'm going to get back to this because I don't got time for talking. I got reading to do. So I did manage to finish my last book. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I did talk to you a little bit about it. So the last book that I read was The Emperor of Brune by Django Wexler, and I gave it a 4 stars. So the entire series was a 4-star for me. I finished it like half an hour before the end, so good time on my part. And I liked it. I don't have too much more to add from what I kind of already spoke about, which was that overall I really like each book, and I do really like the series. I do think the last one was probably my favorite, then this first, then the second. But I think each book had something in it that just like grated on my nerves. Also, I'm holding a scissors. And so that's why none of the books, like, there were things that I did really love about it. So overall, like, I liked everything. There were some things that I really, really liked, some I loved, but as I said, there was always just something that ended up holding me back. So like in the first book, it was like Maya's point of view. I felt like the pacing of it wasn't very well done. The second book was the fact that Maya, like, I don't know, I just kind of started to find her character a bit annoying, to be honest. Like, as I said in the vlog already, like, her character is well done. Well, I have a couple of complaints about her character as well in the third book, and I also have a couple of complaints about Gar's character in the third book, but I feel like he more or less stays consistent throughout the series. And I guess my one big complaint was that, like, he never opened up to Maya about, like, I guess, like, his own personal reasons for, like, I mean, how his life has gone, basically. He never actually talks to her about it. He always keeps that bottled up, which kind of annoys me, because she, like, had, like, she I guess, obviously they're built on, you know, the start of the series, 2 different sides of war, whatever. And, you know, to try and make him see her point of view, like, she brings in her personal experiences, whereas he always just keeps like, no, they're just wrong. And I guess that was something that kind of got me a little about his, is I just wanted that moment in the final book between the two of them as siblings, where, like, the two of them really came to, like, understand how they have become the person that they are. And I think you kind of get that from Maya, but you never really get it from Gaia, which I think was just a bit of a letdown, because I think I wanted that moment between them. Maya, I feel like, as I've said, she is so, no, the order is right, the whole way through the series. And I feel like she very quickly, like, not necessarily changes her point of view on things. There's some things in here that I don't understand why her point of view is the way that it is. She just very quickly jumps. But then there's some things that she is still stuck in a rigid point of view about, and it's very messy. So like, that was like but like, even then, I overall did enjoy it. I liked the dynamic between the characters, and I liked all of the side characters, how all of that stuff worked out in the end. In book 3 was actually just the fact that we had this new character's perspective, and like, it was all to give the history of how it became this way. And I don't know, it just did not work for me as a plot device. Like, I would prefer that they discovered this place, and then they, like, had to put the clues together instead of, like, getting fed this information through a brand new point of view. That just didn't work for me. But aside from that, I overall had a really good time. I know I sound really negative here, but I mean, it's always easier to find complaints as to why you, like, loved a book. But I did overall like it. Right before I say goodbye, I'm gonna do a little book because my limerick crate arrived, so I might as well. Okay, it is the book that I thought it was. So I see purple, I think. Is it purple? Oh, so I knew that this was like a Daphne Press release, and so, like, I knew that it was gonna be in, but then I couldn't remember, like, it's a February or March book. So, like, it's silver, but, like, because of the colors on the cover, it like reflects it. Really cool. So yeah, so it's To Cage a God by Elizabeth May. Oh, I literally just saw the edges. Okay, this is beautiful. So, To Cage a God. And then at the back it says, to cage a god is defined, to be defined is to rule is to destroy. And then purple. It's like a stained glass window. And then purple again. And then, okay, I want to read this book so bad. Literally, I have no idea what it's about, but I see this. I want to know what it's about. Oh. I'm trying to like get an angle that's like best for you. See, it's like a castle. There. And there's nothing on the back. What? Oh my god, I like the edges against the white. Okay, it's beautiful. I love this. And then I'm not sure. Oh, the back pages are different as well. I really want to love this book. Please be good. I want to love this book, okay? While we're here, I did actually buy more books. I felt like my New Year's resolution goal or whatever of buying less books is going fairly well, I would say. Like, honestly, most of the books I've bought are special editions or books that I've already read. The other books that I've bought are also special editions. I bought these off eBay because I want them. And so it's the Regency Era Fairy Tales by Olivia Atwater. It's the Fairy Loot editions. These are very hard to come by, and I bought them on a whim. It wasn't a whim. I thought very hard about it. So they're nice and blue, and they kind of match the special edition of Small Miracles. Nice and shiny, and like they're in good condition. Like, I don't think they've ever been read before being 100% honest. And they're all signed by Olivia Atwater. So overall, I mean, let's be honest, this wasn't even close to 72 hours in the reading nook. It was more like, if we're being 100% honest, it was like 37 hours in the reading nook. But I think I read, I can't remember the exact amount that I totaled, but it's about 1,100-ish pages. I think, well, no, I think maybe it was 1,200 pages. So like, not too bad. Like, it could be better, it could be worse. The 6 Deaths of the Saint by Alfie Harrow. Really surprised by how much I like that. Gave that 4 stars. Then I finished Blood of the Chosen. Gave that 4 stars. Then I read The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I gave that 3 stars. I'm not even sure that I'm going to talk about that much. I don't think I did, but I did read it. Then I read A Dead Gin in Cairo, and I gave that a 3 star. But I'm really excited to actually read the proper book, the full-length novel, because I'm intrigued. The last book I read was Emperor of Rome. So yes, so not too shabby. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye.